Welcome to St. Bernard Elmwood Place High School, where tonight the homestanding Titans are hosting the Oyler Mad Hatters in boys varsity basketball action. Hello everyone, I'm Glenn Olson, joined courtside by David Olson. David, an exciting matchup between these two teams. It should be a pretty even game.
Yeah, Glenn, with Oyler coming up from the CMAC blue and St. Bernard in the Miami Valley Conference gray, two very similar teams. Looking at some stats here, Frank Latham averages 13.9 a game for the Titans, and Jade Jasper averages 11.4. So two guys in double figures, and Frank Latham is almost averaging a double-double. So that'll be something to watch out. And for the Mad Hatters, they have four guys that are averaging double digits. Different stats all over the place, but Devon early, 11 games played, 14.7 points a game. So like you said, Glenn, two very similar teams. I think we're in for an exciting matchup here on Tower Drive in the village of St. Bernard.
So we're just finishing up the pregame introductions of both teams. A nice production effort here as the entire rosters are introduced and the homestanding cheerleaders were introduced. So we're just about set for tip-off here. We get the lights back on. Gabriel Israel taking the jump for the Titans.
Pick number 21, Eric Markwell for the Mad Hatters.
Thank you. I couldn't get him to turn around.
Right, yeah.
Thought he'd give me a look here. So the ball is up. It's going to be controlled by the Titans, and this game is underway. Braden Smith controls the offense from up top. A shot was put up by White Jr. Would not go. Rebounded by the Mad Hatters, who will bring it down. Cross-court passes. Thought about one down in the corner. We're going to reset up top. Ely calling the offense. Three-pointer off the back iron. No good. Pulled down by Israel. Israel can't get it to fall off the rim. It's hauled in by Smith. Titans will give it another go. Shot put up by Miller. No good. Lee up top. Offense moves around. Three ball. It's the inside of the rim. Will not fall.
A great job by the Titans here to really attack the basket and get some shots, but also be a ball hawk and go get rebounds. And they're moving it really well here on offense. If they can find something down in the paint, get something to fall, I think the Titans are going to take the lead.
Up off the glass, Lamar White Jr. As the Titans draw first blood, 2-0, under 6:40 to go now. Quick shot put up and a deflection. Rebound stuck back up, will not go. Another stick back, won't go. Mad Hatters with the rebound. Again, it won't go. Four opportunities and they couldn't get one to fall. Titans will reset on offense in their offensive half court. Drive into the paint, jump stop, and it'll fall through for White.
A great jump stop. I'd like to see the Mad Hatters here, Glenn, just settle down, and if they're in the paint, maybe take a power dribble back, give them a little bit more space under the hoop, and kiss that top corner of one of the on the backboard of the white square, and it'll go in every time.
Deflected out of bounds, but possession will remain with the Mad Hatters. Pass it off to Ely, who sets the offense up top. Thinking about driving in is Markwell. Will pass it around the left side. Baseline drive. A little bit of a struggle for control. Markwell up top. Off the mark. No good. Hauled in by Israel.
Just great, another great offensive possession for the Mad Hatters, Glenn. Just can't get anything to fall. They're moving the ball really well. They're breaking that St. Bernard 2-3 zone pretty good. So we'll see if St. Bernard's able to score here, but then if the Mad Hatters are able to break that ice on top of their basket.
Still 4-0. Titans with the ball underneath, trying to spin around. A little bit of a wild shot by Miller. Won't go. Mad Hatters pull it down. Now racing down the court. That was Vest with the ball, passing it off to Bradley. Now around the left side, another shot, no good. Titans with possession. Pull up.
Nice
And
shot.
it falls through for White. He's got all 6 points in this contest so far as we're under 5 minutes. Nice behind the back pass, trying to break through the defense and off the abdomen of the official on the sideline. It'll be Titans ball.
So we're getting a couple substitutions for both teams. But Glenn, you're talking about White. He's averaging 9.1 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. So he's obviously a facilitator on that Titan offense, and we'll see what he's able to do the rest of this evening against this tough Mad Hatters defense.
As pace continues, that scoring average will fall early. 4:49, the ball is inbounded, and White will bring it down. They'll pass it off. Smith with it, round the right side. Up back in the hands of Wilson, over on the right wing, down in the corner to Lee. Wilson back over to Smith, gonna try the left side now. Feed inside to White, he's stripped as he goes up.
I think it might have been on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor, no shot. Bradley, is going to pick up the first foul of the game. Titans ball underneath their own basket, driving into the paint. Wild shot up, and it falls through for Dier Lee.
It's a great finish there, Glenn, by Lee.
Nice job of fighting through the press here by the Mad Hatters. Now can they execute offensively? Little floater won't go through. It's hauled back in by the Titans. The shot was taken by Bradley for the Mad Hatters. There's White up and off the rim, and give them two more.
I think we've got to see a timeout here soon from the Mad Hatters, Glenn. I mean, both teams are running a 2-3 defense, which you don't see a lot now. You see a lot of man-to-man. You won't see both teams running a zone, but St. Bernard's breaking it with no issues.
A whistle on the far end of the court, waiting to sub in is Greg Miller, but we did have a foul called. So Dier Lee whistled for that foul for the Titans, his first, team's first. Mad Hatters ball underneath their basket, 3:42 remaining in quarter number one.
Good pass.
Yeah, sure was. Shot
there
goes up and falls through for Ricardo Bradley, excuse me.
Oh, there it is. That's how you break a zone defense. And one.
Wow, Markwell reached up and made contact. He'll pick up his first foul. Team's second.
It's a great job by Miller here just to find the open gap. He jump fakes. One guy goes over him, and Markwell, it could have been either way. It looks like he got a lot of ball, but the refs are going to call it. And Miller's at the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Shot does not fall through, so the score holds at 12-2. Whistle in the far corner.
We've got, mentioning whistles, we've got Bill Sisto, Scott Hartley, and Paul Maffey, our crew tonight. Another wonderful veteran crew here. If you have any interest in being an official, reach out to your local athletic director or just go to ohsaa.org to learn how to become a high school official.
Long three-pointer was put up by Wilson. It won't go. Mad Hatters down. Markwell goes up. It's over the rim. Brought down by Wilson. Wilson going to go coast to coast with it, and he gets a roll.
Yeah, that's for sure, Glenn. It looked like he was a little bit out of control, but way to take that hard to the rack. And I think he might have stepped over the line.
So 14-2, Titans regain possession. 2:54 remains in the opening quarter. Quick ball movement by the Titans on the right side of the perimeter. Drive in, dump off pass, looking for somewhere to go with it. Now that's White. White with an off-balance shot, but it falls through. 10 points on the night for White. 10 of the Titans' 16 as we approach 2:30.
Well, there's his average.
Press being put on by the Titans. And the Mad Hatters struggling to break that press. And we're going to get a foul called on the other end. So Keon Wilson picks up his first, the Titans' second. It's on the floor, obviously. Go ahead, David.
Michael Vest checking in for the Mad Hatters just to add a little bit more height to that Mad Hatters offense. We'll see if they can get something off a screen here and lay it in.
Bradley inbounds it to Ely. Ely up top, feeds it in the middle. Going to kick it back out and a whistle.
So on McLeod, got a 3-second call, Glenn, you know, showing that he's a junior, so he should know by now he's got to check in and out of that lane to make sure that he's able to, you know, establish possession and not get that 3-second call. But that's the second one we've seen tonight.
Yeah, a lot of traffic down there maybe prevented him from being able to get out of there, but nonetheless, Titans ball. A little bit of action underneath, shot won't fall. Here come the Mad Hatters. Swatted away hard. Wow, what a rejection by White. Getting it done offensively and defensively tonight.
Glenn, that's where I want to see a jump stop from the Mad Hatters. If these guys are going to be jumping, jump stop, let them go right, flying right by. Didn't Tom Cruise say that? Hit the brakes and they'll fly right on by.
Right. Vest inbounds. Bradley back to Vest. Cross court to Michael Vest. We got a couple Vest on the rosters here. We'll have to keep those straight for you. Up at the free throw line, extended. Passing it back over to Ely, nearly deflected, but it got there. Now driving into the paint and deflected was Brian Vest. Here come the Titans. Slapped away from behind.
That's going to be a charge.
Yeah.
On a block.
You're going to get a blocking call on the Titans' number 1, Greg Miller. That'll be his first, the team's third.
Couple more substitutions for both teams.
Yeah, Winstead checks in for the Titans and James Bradley for the Mad Hatters. Ball inbounded to Ely. Feed inside, now kicking it back out, now down to the baseline. Dribbling out of trouble is Brian Vest. Three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Pulled down by White and a whistle.
I think that's going to go on James Bradley, Glenn. Nope, 21. Eric Markle. 12, sorry about that, 12. Michael Vest.
Michael Vest, his first, team's third. Both teams with 3 team fouls as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the opening quarter. Fast pace of action, but the Mad Hatters have not been able to do a lot with it. Lots of deflections in their offensive half court. A lot of backspin on that shot by Michael Vest. Didn't give it much of a chance to hit the rim. Tay Harrison Brown checks in for the Titans. Mad Hatters ball underneath their own basket. Stolen away. Is this going to be showtime?
Oh.
He misses the dunk. The stick back will fall through for White though. White just cannot miss tonight. 40 seconds now. Mad Hatters with another crack on offense.
Wide open, you got to finish that.
Cross court pass. Latham. Ricardo Bradley gets it to fall through.
His another easy point.
He's got all of the Mad Hatters points. And Michael Vest picks up his second foul. It's the team's fourth. Titans ball underneath their own basket.
If I'm the Titans, I'm looking to get Tay Harrison Brown open here on a screen, but the Mad Hatters check in. McLeod here to combat that size disadvantage.
Yeah, a little bit of height there. Titans able to bring it in on the stack play. Down under 10 seconds now. Titans playing for the last shot. Couple of nifty moves by Wilson gone wrong as he loses control of the ball.
That might be a foul on Markwell.
Markwell picks up a quick second foul. 18-4. Titans out in front. 5.3 seconds left. Lee inbounds it. White with the ball. Just outside 3-point range. Shot is up and will not fall. So at the end of the end of one, the St. Bernard Elmwood Place Titans lead 18-4 over the Oyler Mad Hatters. We're going to step away for a break and be back with the second half. The second quarter. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back for the second quarter. Oyler will start with possession at midcourt, right in front of our broadcast position. David, what are the Mad Hatters going to have to do to try to get something going offensively in this quarter?
You just got to try and break this zone. Skip passes are going to work. I would like to see them attack gaps a little bit better and ball fake and get the defenders to bite. I mean, you can only, you can stand outside the arc all you want, but you're going to have to attack the rack eventually. And if you get a nice strong pass and a clean look, you got to take it. And number 40 there for the Oyler, or for the Mad Hatters, Bradley, he's got to post up and use his size to his advantage.
Ryan Vest can't get his shot to fall. It was physical contact for that shot. Cleared him open, just couldn't get it to go. So the Titans in a familiar position, back on offense. Quick ball movement by the Titans.
Looks like they're running a 5-out, Glenn, trying to bring the Mad Hatters big men out to the arc where they can get maybe a mismatch in the paint, as we saw right there.
Lamar White now with 14 points, 14 of his team's 20. As David said, he came into the game averaging just over 9. So he's found something in this Mad Hatter defense he can work with tonight.
Yeah, he's got that Michael secret stuff over there, like that Michael Jordan was drinking in Space Jam. He's just on one.
Titans get possession back, crossing midcourt, driving in, contact underneath, no whistle. Now White with it, pulls up just inside of 15 feet, and it falls through again. Got a feeling I'm going to run out of room for him on my score sheet.
It's early.
I have to start writing smaller, I guess. Stolen away by the Titans.
Uh-oh.
Able to keep it in bounds. Pass is stolen away by the Mad Hatters. Dish off, shot goes up from the left side, in and out of the rim. Covered by the Mad Hatters.
See the Mad Hatters just settle here and try and get something to work and not force up a silly shot. That could work.
Clean look at the basket, but well off the mark. And a whistle.
Brian Best.
So that'll be his first, the team's 5th.
Here comes a platoon swap.
Excuse me. Looks like we're getting a lot of the starters back on the floor, perhaps here for the Mad Hatters. Markwell's back out there with his 2 fouls. Jamana Lee's out.
Close to a technical, Glenn. The ball was in, and the Mad Hatters had 6 guys on the court.
Wise shot to pull that back in, and the wise job, by Smith to pass that ball around. White with the ball now. He's going to look in, put one up. His magic didn't help him there. It would not fall. 22-4, 5:30 remaining in the first half. Mad Hatters, quick ball movement, a shot from the left side of the perimeter. Won't go. Rebounded by the Titans. Israel's going to pull up and reset the offense as he hands the ball off to White. Over to Smith for a shot. No good. Shot from the left side by Harrison Brown. It won't go. Mad Hatters come up with the ball and bring it down into their offensive half court. Bounce pass, left to right, back over. Shot from the left side, falls through. Terrell Franklin gets his first points of the night, listed on the roster as just a freshman. If everything's correct, and talking with some of the bookkeepers, or the bookkeepers before the game, a lot of injuries, a lot of sickness, a lot of JV players playing up tonight. So if we do make mistakes with players and names and numbers, our apologies. Kick back out. Yep. Just inside the three-point line. That one won't go for Lee. Whistle on the floor. Perhaps a Mad Hatter injury.
Looked like Tay Harrison Brown was ready for takeoff there, but he's got one of those big old John Joy knee braces on that left knee, and I think his knee might have given out a little bit, Glenn. We got some blood.
Yeah, it looks like Lee's saying he's got blood and is asking for some help. Finally, a couple folks out of the stands are going to head out to the concession stand in the restroom and do have blood on the floor. So the officials are going to pull the players back away from that scene until appropriate measures can be taken. We'll step away for break while the floor is restored. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
Made her college years possible, opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading campus tours, and deciphering financial aid. If you can ace planning for college, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens and
leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood. Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello, and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved. Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Roll over. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Let's take a time out to talk about educational athletics. That means the school sports are an extension of the classroom. Student-athletes earn the privilege of participation in sports by succeeding during the school day first, before they put on the team uniform after. Student-athletes prove that with better attendance records, higher GPAs, and fewer discipline issues than non-student athletes. That's what it means to be a part of the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
We are back. The floor has been cleaned, sanitized, and restored at the free throw line as Tay Harrison Brown, his first shot falls short. One of the more extensive floor cleaning jobs you've seen. From our position, we couldn't tell exactly how much blood was on the floor, but it took a while to get everything squared away over there. So back to live action. Desperation shot received up by the Mad Hatters. Somehow Markwell comes up with the ball and gets it to fall.
Maybe that's the break that the Mad Hatters needed, Glenn. Just something to really stop down the St. Bernard offense, which I think that's been Oyler's biggest problem tonight is they're playing St. Bernard style basketball. It's run and gun, it's a track meet. If I'm Oyler, I'm slowing the pace down and I'm going to drag this game out as long as I can and get St. Bernard to be itchy there on defense.
Harrison Brown, three-pointer, no good. Hauled in by Markwell. Shots put up by Terrell Franklin. It's no good. And here come the Titans back the other way, led by Israel. White over to Smith. White dishes it out to the right side. High arcing shot, hits the iron, but is no good. Struggle for control underneath and a whistle. We're going to get a foul. So Gabriel Israel picks up his first, the team's fourth. James Hall, number 30, checks in for the Titans during that dead ball. It's 22-9 as we approach 3:10 to go in the second quarter. Familiar scene for the Mad Hatters as they're able to move somewhat freely on the perimeter, but once they get inside the three-point line, that's where the action starts, and the Titans creating all kinds of chaos there.
Great look inside by the Mad Hatters, Glenn. Just not a good pass, and I like the idea of slowing the possession down there, like I just talked about. The Oyler really needs to slow this game down if they want to have a chance to win, because I think St. Bernard's going to run circles around them.
So White gets two more. He just can't seem to miss much tonight. 24-9, 2:30 remaining. There's a steal by Wilson. Shot up and a foul.
Just a great job by Wilson there, Glenn, just to go, fake, draw the foul, and then be able to finish through the contact. That's impressive.
So all of a sudden, a foul problem for the Mad Hatters. Eric Markwell, who's been on the floor the great majority of this game, picks up foul number 3, and now he's going to make his way to the bench for at least the next 2:26, I would imagine. Wilson at the free throw line. Can't convert the three-point play. He'll stick at 4 points on the night. Pass is deflected away. Mad Hatters track it down, trying to go inside, up and off the glass. It won't go for James Bradley, and here come the Titans.
A good look, just not executed well. Free ball.
Deion Wilson with the high arcing three-pointer. Seen a lot of high arcing shots tonight, and that one went through.
Right.
29-9.
That thing almost hit the ceiling with how low these rafters are.
Yeah, we've seen some high arcs tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Deion Wilson's going to pick up his second, team's fifth.
You know, Glenn, you talked about all the injuries and the sicknesses on these teams. It's rare that you see a varsity bench empty now, especially super rare to see 9 or 10 guys in the rotation. Usually it's a solid 8, maybe 7, and you've got your 5 guys that'll play in garbage time. But both
Matt Hatters just lost track of that ball, and here come the Titans and racing to the basket off the glass. Gave Israel his first points of the night. 31-9. So we approach 1:20 to go in the second quarter. Matt Hatters struggling on offense inside that 3-point line. Another turnover. Here come the Titans. Familiar refrain thus far tonight. Pull up. Shot will not fall. Possession saved by the Titans. Smith up off the iron. No good. Pulled down by the Mad Hatters. Full court pass and the shot falls through for Devin Ely.
All right, minute left. I think St. Bernard's going to slow possession down here and try and work the last shot if they can.
Lots of contact. As the ball crossed the midcourt, the Titans settle into their perimeter passing. Under 35 seconds now. Conagino had checked back in. It just brought the ball back up. It ends up over in the hands of White. White dishes it off to Smith. Smith's going to come back up top and reset the offense. Hand it off to Hall. Back over to White on the left side, who'll bring it back up top. Definitely holding for the last shot now as we approach 10 seconds. And there it is.
Got to go at about 5.
Ball's deflected away by the Titans. It'll stay, or by the Mad Hatters. It'll stay with the Titans. That was Bradley tipping it out of bounds. 4.4 seconds, and now that last shot becomes a little more difficult with so little time on the clock.
If I'm Coach Radke, I'm going to try and get White the ball here in some way, shape, or form.
Over and back. Ooh. Sorry, David.
No, you're good. You've got to be careful, and it'll be interesting to see what the Mad Hatters draw up here with 2.9 seconds. That's a lot of time in basketball terms. A dribbler or two if he's got space and can pull up.
There it is. Momentum shot, high arcing shot off the back iron and no good. Your score at the end of the first half, the St. Bernard Elmwood Place Titans 31, the Oyler Mad Hatters 12. David and I are going to step away for a halftime break. We'll be back in 10 minutes with the third quarter of action. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
The year was 1907. The Cubs won the World Series and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One thing that hasn't changed since 1907 is the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. The OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You made her college years possible, opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading campus tours, and deciphering financial aid. If you can ace planning for college, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
No,
I
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood. Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Roll over. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Let's take a time out to talk about educational athletics. That means the school sports are an extension of the classroom. Student athletes earn the privilege of participation in sports by succeeding during the school day first, before they put on the team uniform after. Student athletes prove that with better attendance records, higher GPAs, and fewer discipline issues than non-student athletes. That's what it means to be a part of the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Eric Almirola's Race Day Mix.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable, whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard. Let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
You made her college years possible, opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading campus tours, and deciphering financial aid. If you can ace planning for college, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Ohio. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back for the second half of ICRC-TV sports coverage of boys varsity basketball. The Oyler Mad Hatters and the homestanding St. Bernard Elmwood Place Titans 31-12. The Titans are out in front. David, what do the Mad Hatters have to do offensively to scratch back into this game?
I think the biggest thing is slowing the game down, Glenn. I think that's going to be the most important thing that the Mad Hatters can do. But I think they also have to utilize their height and work it in the paint. But if St. Bernard keeps hitting shots, I don't know if there's any coming back. They can try and claw it back, but it's going to be a very tough task.
Braden Smith told you what he thought of a slow pace and fired up a quick three-pointer. 34-12, 7:43. Out of bounds on the far side of the court, the upper left of your screen. Titans with possession. So White will bring it down. Now slower pace by the Titans on this possession. White races inside, waits for some of the defenders to go over top of him. Ball was deflected away, and there it's deflected away again. That's going to stay with the Titans. That was Brian Vest.
Titans again going with that smaller look, Glenn. So we'll see if they keep anyone in the post or not. And one.
Doesn't really seem to matter for White. Big, small, he'll fight them all. Two more and another trip to the free throw line.
He's let's go back to our NBA Jam references. He's on fire.
Marion McLeod with the foul, his first. Team's first of the half, as we said. White at the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. Shot is up. No good, a rare miss for him tonight on any type of shot, but imagine this, the Titans with possession, floater in the lane, won't fall, rebound underneath. They'll kick it back out. White controls the offense from up top. He likes to go to the right side with it. Handoff pass.
Yep, good cut.
Yep, feed into the middle, kick back outside. Lee thought about throwing up a three, now a turnover. Struggling to track that ball down for Oyler. With Jamonta Lee. Now a turnover. Titans back with possession. Devon Ely trying to play roadblock there, but the Titans hang on to it. So we approach 6:30. Titans are going to slow it down just a little bit.
Good ball movement.
Tried to pass that one over to Israel, and it went between his legs. A rare turnover for the Titans. Substitution for the Mad Hatters. Terrell Franklin into the game.
St. Bernard going to do a 2-2-1 press. Got to tuck the jersey in, Glenn. That's a safety hazard. Got to tuck that jersey in.
So they're letting him roll the bands again, but you got to keep the jersey tucked in, right?
Yeah, and I just think his jersey's way too big, and like he just the kids like the shorter shorts now. Like so we're almost to the Larry Bird era style of shorts.
Not even close, but nice thought. 2 points on the other end for Terrell Franklin. I was alive for that era. These shorts aren't even close.
We're getting there, but it's their boxers that are longer.
These are just fine. We don't need to go any shorter.
Right.
Back to live action on the floor. Titans with possession as we roll under 6 minutes. White can't get that one to fall. His shooting streak is gone cold. Mad Hatters with the rebound. And another turnover, some miscommunication on the pass there.
Would have been a great backdoor cut, Glenn. Just, like you said, a miscommunication. And we'll see what Oyler is going to do in their press. I think just straight up man-to-man. Obviously, I think White's going to get the ball eventually. That's a hold. Yep. Oh, this might be hammer time.
Yep. White. Nifty move. That's his 4th point of the second half. Mad Hatters have to be frustrated that offensively they just can't find the key to unlock
Take advantage
Titans defense. And another turnover. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just they're making silly mistakes with the ball, Glenn. I mean, they make a good pass and then they can't catch it or XYZ happens. So it's just like you said, very frustrating.
That basket does not count. So Jamonta Lee picks up his first foul. Team second. White back for his second trip to the free throw line. Couple subs. Out onto the floor. Clock frozen at 5:25 as White prepares for the back end. Got both of them. 40-14. Quick trip down the floor for the Mad Hatters. But again, shot selection leaving something to be desired. Nothing really got close to going through the cylinder.
I think there's just a sense of fear when the Oilers shoot that they're going to get blocked, and they're not going up strong, and they're just afraid of getting blocked. So then they throw up a silly shot or an errant shot, and it doesn't work for anybody.
Well, I guess my response is if you're scared of getting blocked underneath, start putting up some perimeter shots then. But
right.
You got to do something besides get down there and turn the ball over.
Yeah, it's just you got to be able to catch the ball off a pass and, whether it's a pull-up shot or settle the offense outside the arc and start throwing up threes and hopefully you get hot. I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Easy one by White. I got about 3 inches left for him to score the rest of the night. That's it. We're just going to quit counting after that.
I think we might need to flip back to the other side of your legal pad.
Right. Foul on the floor. So Greg Miller picks up his second. Surprisingly, his team's first of the half. Now at the free throw line, Michael Vest. Opportunity. Ooh, kind of bobbled that one.
Yeah.
You almost fell over the line.
That's where you just get the ball, take a deep breath, settle in, and find your rhythm here.
That one falls through. He dents the scoring column for the first time tonight, 42-15, 4:44. White turns it over out of bounds. Not a lot of space here between the sideline and the bleachers. Can get a little hairy if you lose your balance. 3-pointer from the left corner. Hit the left side of the iron, no good. Rebound by the Mad Hatters though. Lee will reset the offense. Up top.
Good movement. Looks like another wide 2-3 and just bad passes, Glenn. That's been the story of the night for the Mad Hatters.
Yeah, Markwell flashed up and came in fast and high for him. Another turnover for the Mad Hatters. And there's White drawing a foul. He'll go back to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Foul's going to be on Lee. So Jamonte Lee gets his second foul. Team's fourth of the half. So this has been the trip to the free throw line half for White. He didn't go at all in the first half, and now this is his third trip already here in the third quarter. That one falls through. So I had him at 18 unofficially after the first half. He's got 9 so far unofficially again. He misses the second one, so well past that scoring average. It's going to hit the double digits tonight, and a nice three-pointer there for the Mad Hatters by Lee. His first points in the scorebook tonight, 43-18, under 4 minutes.
Just a great night for him all around, Glenn. He's usually a 16.7% shooter.
Braden Smith with his second three-pointer, 46-18 Titans.
And he's close to his average. He averages 4.7 a game.
Markwell with the ball. Passes it over to the corner to Lee. Lee with the cross-court pass. 3-ball, no good from the right side by Michael Best. Devon Ely gets his 5th point of the night.
It's a great job to attack the rim and, get a rebound and go back up with it, Glenn. I think Oyler needs a lot more of that. And there's good defense from Markwell right in front of us.
Pass to Lee, came in hot. He couldn't quite handle it. Turnover. It's like a soccer movie just tried on the ball there.
Yeah. Multi-sport athletes, Glenn. You got to love it.
Need to see more of it, that's for sure. Smith will inbound. Way up top to Wilson. Around the left side to Harrison Brown. Now down into the corner. Nice flash through the lane and a fall through. Tay Harrison Brown, his first points of the night.
30-second timeout, St. Bernard, but like you said, Glenn, a great move there from Harrison Brown, just to quote-unquote get jiggy with it at the rim.
So with just 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, first time out of the game taken by the Titans. What do you think they're talking about in this huddle over there? It's kind of odd to take a timeout with 30 seconds left, don't you think?
Yeah, I think he knows that Oyler's still trying to figure out what they're doing. So I think it's just really settling the defense down. It's been a lot of run and gun, like we said. So get your guys a breath, settle in for this third quarter, because this fourth quarter is really when you're going to have to dig deep. In Oyler's case, it's 28 points. They're not out of it. That's still a really tough task, but you obviously don't want to just lay down and put in the scrubs and give up 20 points quickly. So I think that's a good timeout by Coach with 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, just to settle things down, get his guys a quick water break, and readjust defensively.
48-20, under 3 minutes. Oyler on offense. Baseline drive, Markwell up and off the glass. It won't go. Rebounded by the Titans. Down the floor quickly, coast to coast. And it falls through for Keon Wilson. First points of the second half.
A great move, Glenn. He was, going into the hoop. He saw the contact, was able to switch it back over to his left hand with his momentum still going towards the door and finish off and get the 30-point lead for the Titans.
2:25 remaining in the third quarter. Thought about a three-pointer and a baseline drive, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Lee. So De'Aaron Lee picks up his second. It's the team's second. James Hall checks back in for the Titans. Bradley will handle the inbounding duties for the Mad Hatters.
Look to get Ely the ball here off a screen and maybe get up a three.
Basic stack play. They're able to inbound successfully. 3 ball put up by number 3. It's off the mark. Here come the Titans. Smith, 3-pointer, bounces and falls through. His third 3-pointer of the night. All 3 of those coming here in the second half. 53-20, under 2 minutes. Quarter number 3, Markwell, 3 ball, high arcing shot, no good. Rebounded by the Titans. Back down the floor quickly. Up and off the iron, no good. Stick back, no good, and a foul. So it was Hall followed by Wilson, and then the foul came in.
Michael Vest picks up his 4th. Glenn, if White Jr. makes these, we'll be at that 35-point running clock rule. And we won't have a stopped clock till an official's timeout or a team calls a timeout, but every dead ball other than that will be a running clock. And kind of shocked that we got to this margin. I think on paper, both teams were pretty even. St. Bernard's lost their last 2 coming in, and Oyler had won their last 2. So, and there it is.
Oyler came in with the better record, right?
Yeah. Oyler's 7-5, and the Titans are 5-9. And St. Bernard was only averaging 42.6 points a game, and we're only in the third quarter, and they got 55, and they gave up around 54 points a game. So something obviously worked this week with the short week, having Martin Luther King Day off on Monday, and probably a good practice and a good film prep. Because they were obviously watching a lot of it, and they executed their scouting report to a T.
Foul on the floor. Brian Winstead picks up his first, the team's 3rd. So it will be Mad Hatter's ball in front of their own bench. Inbound without any pressure. 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. Ball movement around the perimeter. 3-pointer from the left side. Hammers it through. So Bradley with his first 3-pointer of the game, give him 7 unofficially. Lee with a quick basket. Deficit's down to 30 as we approach 45 seconds. Shot up and falls through. With James Hall.
The clock will keep running even if it was a dead ball because it didn't get below 30 points. So that's the OHSAA rule. If it gets below 30 points, the clock will stop. But it has to get to that original 35 and then go below 30.
Markwell kicks out for a long 3-pointer attempt by Brian Vest. No good. Mad Hatters stick another one up and a foul on the other end. That shot was put up by Devon Ely. We'll check the whistle over there.
I think we're shooting 2. I think he was just inside the 3-point line.
Keon Wilson, his 3rd. That will send Ely to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And that's the end of the third quarter.
So he'll still get to shoot him, but the teams will be, kind of like a technical shot out of the lane.
Okay, so Ely has the free throw line and lane all to himself, less the official. First shot's up and it won't go through. So he got a little background music on his warm-up bounces there.
Yeah.
Second shot is up and it will fall through. So we will step away for the quarter break. You're watching ICRC-TV Sports.
The next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood. Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is Unit 1 crew from One Long Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Welcome back for the fourth quarter. It's 57-26. St. Bernard over Oyler. Running clock will continue, so we're anticipating this being a fast-paced quarter. Three-point shots put up by Lee is well off the mark. Here come the Titans. Wilson brings it down. The ball move begins, tipped out of bounds. It's got to be heard on the clock operators when you're used to that whistle to not hit that clicker.
Yeah, especially when it gets close to 30 points. You know, you want to jump the gun, but
just set it down and leave it alone.
Right, yeah, don't touch it.
7:30 now. Three-pointer right side. Falls through. That was Javante Lee. His second three-pointer of the game. Titans back on offense, 57-29. We roll towards 7-10. Pretty vocal crowd.
Yeah, for a blowout, Cled. I didn't expect this game to be this live.
Well, small number of people making a lot of noise. How about that?
All right.
Support of their Titans on a foul as Lee drove to the basket and a lot of contact at the end of the lane there. Titans foul. James Hall. Lee's first trip to the free throw line is a success. Second shot on the way. Clock is stopped. Supposed to stop for free throws?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're under that 35, under the 30-point mark.
There we go.
I don't know what
A three-pointer got us there.
Yeah, I don't know what Coach Peening said at the end of the third quarter there, but Oilers come out with a refound energy.
I don't know what he said to him either, but I wouldn't want to have been in that huddle to find out because he's had a scowl on his face just about this entire game. And understandably frustrated. There's a turnover.
Uh-oh.
White. Contact underneath. It won't go. Coming up with the ball. It's Miller. Lots of contact. And a whistle. 6:36 remaining.
We'll stay here with the Titans, Glenn.
Smith will inbound it. Lots of movement on the floor. Easily inbounded.
Ooh, that pass could have easily been stolen.
Yeah, dangerous pass. Wilson comes up with it. Driving into the lane is Wilson. Shot won't fall. Rebounded by the Mad Hatters. And there's a rejection at the other end by number 30, James Hall. And that got the crowd to their feet a little bit more.
Called a SWAT team.
Mad Hatters underneath their own basket, bring it in, and a timeout taken by Oyler.
30 seconds.
6:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. 30-second timeout. So, boy, a lot burst of action there all of a sudden, and some points starting to drop in for the Mad Hatters.
Yeah, these track meets, I guess Oyler decided to, go with the flow for the first three quarters. In the fourth quarter, they turned up the energy. So, obviously, they put themselves in a big hole, and it's going to be hard for them to dig out these remaining 5 or so minutes in the game. But I just like to see the resurgence. Blowouts aren't fun for anyone involved. Right. The announcers, the workers, the teams, whatever. So, you like to see.
Especially the players and coaches.
Right, yeah. And you like to see good basketball here in Cincinnati. I'm a big advocate. We're one of the best high school sports states in the country, and I'd put us up against anybody. So glad to see some action finally here in the fourth quarter.
Whoa, risky pass. Lee had to go way up and bring that down. Baseline drive, up over traffic. It won't go, tipped away. And Smith comes up with it for the Titans. He'll bring the ball down. Uh-oh, getting close to that line was White. Back down to Smith. Smith inside. He was trying to feed it over to James Hall, and pass was off the mark, I guess you could say.
Yeah, a good idea. I don't know what has happened on the St. Bernard bench. They look kind of defeated over there on their side.